Yo, hey everybody, what's up? It's a few minutes past 12 o'clock. You know what time it is. It's time for the club with Lucas on RCE 106.9 FM. But folks, I am not alone. In fact, just a few moments, I'll be joined by the beautiful brothers Dylan and Mufasa here, Sir M and Sir D from Hotspot Travels. In fact, we're just coming off the back of a wonderful interview with Tori Sparks, who's released her new record. But these boys are coming in the back end of the new summer season, and Lord, the front end of the new summer season, and Lord, we've got a lot to talk about, so we got so much to get to. Remember, I want you to follow my ass at the Club with Lucas on Instagram. rce.cat is where you can find the jams, as well as YouTube with your peepholes at RCE 106.9 FM. Let's get to some music. Pitter patter, we'll be at her. Oh, Lord mercy. Okay, that was full on real. Welcome back, everybody. That was the Avalanches. And yo, they do not make music but every 5 to 12 years. So the fact that they did anything, it's been a hot minute since they did something. Loves it. That is every single weekend. So every single weekend, you know, your ass is going to be listening to my ass here on RCE 106.9 FM. And sorry for that strange introduction. Just as we were going onto the air, something went awry with the internet, apparently. And so a lot of the music and stuff that we had planned up was not going to be emitting. So we had to do a little change. I promise you, we will do everything in the future to never have the drum of regatta again. However, good morning, Catalonia, because the weeks across Britain, Spain, and the USA is insanity. It's like Democracy edition of Survivor, and Lord mercy. Okay, so the United States and Israel has thrown themselves into some ish with Iran. Pues guess what, children of the corn? The deal didn't go through. Okay, so if you're wondering, Israel, of course, put a blockade in there. They did make some form of peace deal with Lebanon. That's great. But what's interesting in my Pinche country where I was born is that Donald Trump has the lowest approval rating since Richard Pinche Nixon. Okay, now everybody would have expected that from the other side of his, the political party that's his opposite, which is a political party I tend to support. But in political terms, it's very simple. Everybody and their mother is having to pay more than they had to before. And I think that's just the truth around everybody. But what you gonna do? You're gonna move over here? Well, maybe you should think about it. And if you are thinking about it, you should probably register yourself to vote if you're moving from the United States at vfavotefromabroad.org. Check it out if you need to, because voters rarely send thank you cards for effort. And while prices go up, it is true that oil prices have just gone to around $4 a gallon over there, which is still roughly what most people pay More or less here in Europe per liter. Obviously, it's a little bit more here. Now, over in the United Kingdom, the Starmer Rebellion, the prime minister there is facing an uphill battle. And that uphill battle is being charged by former Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham, who's loved by and is an unofficial vessel of discontent, it seems, for the Labour Party there. And Keir Starmer is just receiving, the PM is receiving every type of pressure to get them out and make a timetable for departure because despite that, he feels the need to insist that he's staying and says that any leadership battle would create chaos, which is something that Emmanuel Macron has also stood by when things weren't going too well. And look, it worked out for him, but the numbers are really, really ugly. His favorability is really low, like Trump's. And what's remarkable is how quickly the mood changed. When he came in, not even 2 years ago, you guys, it was, to restore confidence amongst the insanity of the conservatives. Well, well, well. They're looking around the room now, many of these MPs, and thinking, this isn't going to work. And over here, we have the never ending scandal with everybody. And what's interesting is that Pedro Sanchez is one of the few people that have actually stood up to the current leader of the United States of America. But his political party is embroiled in drama like I can't even begin to say. If anybody hasn't seen the ex-president's jewels, what Zapatero had, please take a look at that because those jewels are, some of them are worth between $1 and $2 million. And he didn't declare them to what is called here La Hacienda or the tributary agency, what we call the IRS in my country. He didn't declare them. And so it looks like things are going down. But also on the bottom line of the other side is the president of Madrid has a boyfriend named Alberto Gonzalez Amador. And this guy is in the middle of political controversy for apparently gaining millions and millions by tactics he used in an untoward manner for mascaretas, masks during the pandemic. Apparently, it is caused all manner of anti-corruption scandals to be thrown out. And the Pepe leader, of course, is being addressed by Sanchez, demanding him to apply the same anti-corruption standards that they're applying to the socialists, of course, who are embroiled rather in their own drama. This political debate is not going to end soon. And Sanchez as well is saying he's not going to step down, which for our benefit is probably not a bad thing. Okay. Why is that? Because Lord knows what's going on in this country is better than what's happening in many other countries. I will say economically, we are still apparently the strongest economy in Europe, and that's saying something for the moment. Now, in that vein, can we get the boys in here from Hotspot? Also, I've got some croissant that is made full of butter, and they're just staring at me in the face. And got to stuff my face now. Well, what we're gonna do though, before we do that, is put a little bit of music on here. Now, I was gonna jump back into our intro, but I think we're gonna do that at the very end. This is a new release called "Return to Bebo" by Barry Can't Swim. We've been playing these brothers since they started releasing EPs a few years ago, and I absolutely love this band. This is Barry Can't Swim. Remember, folks, you can get the jams live on 106.9 FM here all over Catalonia and RCE.cat. Wherever you are, this is Barry Can't Swim. We'll be right back with the boys from Hotspot Travels. Hey, well. Let's get real here. The boys are here. Mr. M, Sir D, thank you for being here. In fact, Sir D has just flown in. Well, not just flown in. You've been back and forth a lot, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I just got here from Australia, so been here for about 6 weeks, and Barcelona is certainly growing on me, but I'm really starting to enjoy it. So.
Whereabouts in Australia?
Queensland, so the state up in the eastern area, and near a city called Brisbane, which is the capital of Queensland.
Okay, and why? I mean, how did you guys? Obviously, the connections for you guys are very varied and they vary. So, how did you guys meet in the first place?
Oh, it's a long story, but essentially, I do content creation full time. Before I was coming to Europe, I was looking for brands, events, hotels to partner with, to align with my content, and essentially, cover the trip. And so, I reached out to so many people, and then got in contact with a guy called William, who in fact knew Moffy, and referred me to Moffy, and it went from there. We really clicked and became business partners, for a long story short.
Okay, and this happened when?
That was like
literally September last year.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, shiza. I thought it's been years. Okay, because Moo, we had you back in, I want to say around Semana Santa time for a little segment. We had a busy Saturday that day.
Yes, sir.
And since then, I know one of our brothers that was here, Brandon, has gone to Bali.
Yeah, for our singles only trip.
For the singles only trip. And this is something, I was stripping over my words and my verbs when we got started because of the technical stuff.
Yeah.
When you do these bespoke, unique type of packages and events and things for dating and singles, and now tours here in Barcelona, which are commenced as of this weekend.
That's a fact.
Because kids, but take your shade, because it is really going to be 35 in the shade. But fun. And so you're used to this. Although, is it winter over there?
I mean, it doesn't look like I tan too much, but I mean, when I try and tan, I turn to a bit of a lobster, so.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's the Nordic roots go deep. But when you're doing these types of things, and did anybody get dengue fever? That's a stupid question from the side. My ADHD. In the last one?
Not much, I think, but maybe a little bit. Yeah, I would say so.
Have you ever? In any travels? Does it happen in Australia? What do y'all get in Australia? Y'all get dengue fever?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pass chemistry or whatever it was in school, so I don't know what that is.
And his mother teaches science, children.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Pardon?
Are you serious?
I don't know what is it?
No, about you
Your
didn't pass
mother.
science.
Oh yeah, she
said-
teaches science.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you said I didn't pass something with science.
Oh, I didn't pass chemistry, so
Okay, I can
yeah, or medical.
We're going to
whatever.
talk about that, but we're going to talk about the bespoke packages and the things that Hotspot travels. Now, when you guys get together, now it's in September, you've just kind of stabilized yourself here. Well, really quickly, before we jump into the business talk, how do you feel the differences between Australia and here?
I would say here it's definitely the life of the party. Everywhere you go, every corner, every street, there is a vibe, and it's happening in Barcelona. I would
You don't
say.
feel that in...
No,
Maybe
I wouldn't
Queensland.
say. I would say Australia's very laid back. Okay, but here they're partying in every street, every corner, and
But it's not the Catalans that are partying, though, I'm just going to say.
it definitely feels alive though.
No, it is.
Everywhere you go,
Oh,
it
yeah.
feels alive in Barcelona.
Especially in Barceloneta, is literally walk around the streets. There is a festival each and every other day. I feel like
You mean my favorite barrio? is there?
Yeah, 100%.
It's a running joke. Yeah, man. Well, especially now and over the next few months until October, anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be, and then maybe something in October. Who knows?
knows?
And so when you guys are planning these types of things and the tours and the events and the single stuff, why? Why are we doing that? There's something unique about that as well.
We're doing it because I think we're wanting to replace dating apps. People are ever so isolated in a time where internet took over, and now it's AI, and I think people are really craving for that, like in-person, one-on-one connection with people in an environment where it can be curated, safe, and people can mingle and be themselves.
What have your experiences on, if I may ask my brothers, what have your experiences been on the apps? 'Cause, I mean, these guys are 18 years old. You need to know they're 18, so they've only been on the apps for a few months.
I'm actually 17.
17, okay.
Yeah.
See, that's how it happens when you.
I had to
Get the
actually,
beard. Tell you what.
yeah, I had to
But
lie
when you're
about my
18 and on the apps, what happens?
I mean, I don't know. I think the apps, to be honest, they teach people how to swipe, but we teach people how to connect with Hotspot. And
Well said.
yeah, people are so disposable on them, and it doesn't encourage connection, which is what we're trying to do.
Well, as a excuse me, brother. Please, were you going to say
Oh,
something?
I was just gonna say that's very deep. Yeah, 100%.
Well, let's get deeper. As a content creator, then, sometimes the content you create is disposable as well. It's swipe, funny, laugh, go.
Correct.
As well. So why the connection with humans in that realm of dating?
Sorry.
Why the connect? Because if you said you're connecting with something that's disposable with the apps, but then some of the content you create as well can also be considered that as well. Why is a dating that's curated with Hotspot more in line with that?
Yeah, the question's gone over my head. Sorry.
No, just why? You said, I'm going to repeat that a lot of this app stuff makes people disposable.
Correct.
And when you content create, sometimes that shit is disposable as well. But the connection is different when you're trying to get people together.
Absolutely.
When you come from a mindset of knowing that things are disposable, how do you make that more connection? How do you make that connection in in the hotspot dating?
I
stuff?
see. I think it's just a matter of facilitating an environment for people to do it. Because when, I could have taken the route of promoting dating apps and promoting,
True.
other brands that encourage disposable connection. So, yeah, took the route of trying to encourage people to travel together in a safe environment where they can connect and
not just here, right? It's around
Yeah.
wherever you guys go.
So everywhere.
I mean, the singles thing.
Yes.
How do you make that happen? And sorry for the wiggity waggity question, but how do you make that happen? Because you're taking a group of energy
Yes.
to a whole other country
That's a fact.
and making that shit work.
Yeah.
How do you get that connection going?
Simply once our trip sells out very, very fast. So what we do is we choose really, really exotic destination, and before the exotic destination we look for what the people want. The people want to hang out, get to know each other, and that once you facilitate that with kind of activities that really does not push the alcohol, so the people can be themselves and make this kind of environment, just people click, and everyone being out of their own comfort zone and just being, hey, I'm present, this is what I really want, and then they go for it.
Well, something you're saying sounds a little spiritual too. And it's one thing, also Brandon, or one of the brothers also, he doesn't drink.
Yes, that's a
So,
fact.
and I think that is something that is unique too when
Yeah.
you're building up, because we've had people here before, and Lord knows they've been on here, DRUNK.
Oh, wow. All right.
And so, I don't know if that works for everybody, but when you make these bespoke packages, I would also like to say they include the gays. And as one of those members of the gays,
Yeah.
does that energy ever seem a little bit different in
Well,
the dating realm?
in all of our trips, because we do LGBTQ trips, we do singles only clips. Like, honestly, what we notice is 99% of the people being on the trip just to get to know each other. Again, what he was saying about the dating apps and social media, it just make the people just observe information, and the decision is easy, right or left. But when you are actually in the room, you're communicating with the people, you're talking to them, you get to know part of them. Oh shit, actually, it's not only about like the appearance, there is something over there. And we make sure that our staff member on the ground, in the action, making this kind of environment so people feel like at ease. Just, hey man, just be. You know what I mean?
How do
And
you
that's how it
scout
works.
that for the people that you hire?
Hey, that's a process. That's a
It
big
should be.
process. Yeah.
It should be.
Like, I would say, starting from either a promoter or people on the trip, like whoever work for us, we need to make sure that they're social. They are actually there for a value. They're just not there for the money. And once we do get the basic grounds, you want to add value for the people, we train them very well. And after that, it's just a piece of cake, really. Yeah.
And I would say the way we're creating the trip as well, it's not just around partying and drinking as well. We're trying to
Exactly.
create
Like any other
environments for people to connect. In terms of the dating games that we have in throughout the trip, like the shoot your shot or date your mate style activity, as well as the pairing up with people where you have a buddy every 24 hours and you make sure that you're with that buddy as you travel through in the group to ensure that no one is lost as well. Because if you know that
Especially in
person,
exotic places,
Yeah.
if you know that person is not there, then you're like, oh no, where it is, and you become reliable on that person, and then it also helps the tour guide as well because
Dude, we
people
didn't
like
know about any of this before. I didn't know any of this.
they're held
Wait a
accountable.
minute.
Now we are.
Yeah.
The new male sickness accountability. What is this about? Wait a minute. Can we talk about one of those games? Just one, because we don't want to spoil it. We want people to join in and come in. Can we talk about when we play a song and then come back and ask, I didn't know about these games. What? Wait, there's more. Folks, you can catch the Gems live on RCE.cat and 106.9 all over Catalonia. However, you can also follow these brothers at Hotspot Travels and find the goodness of Mofi Buzz and Dylan
Banks.
Banks.
His name is very artistic, eh?
Dylan Banks.
Yeah.
Jane and Michael Banks. All right, but you guys, do you know Fred again? The music maker Fred again?
No.
Ah, British brother. I just love. Do you know Fred again?
Right now I do.
Okay, and you're gonna know him now. Okay, but he's making a little gravy Travy with this guy named Travy and Els. It's a little jam for 2 minutes called Did It Again. He just released it this weekend. I know my British brothers and sisters love this kid. This is Fred again. We'll be right back on The Club with Lucas with the boys from Hotspot Travels.
I don't know why they did it again. Look at the score, we put on a blem. Me and my pure like Babby and Ken. They say the aura threatening them. I said it before with the creme de la creme. They wanna know why I want all of the gliders, girl, they're fiend on them. Same time the broski scheme on them. I don't know why they did it again. Look at the score, we put on a blem. Me and my pure like Babby and Ken. They say the aura threatening them. They say the aura threatening them.
Man, I will always love and appreciate that Fred again. There's a little bit of drum and bass all up in your face. This is back with Hotspot Travels here at RCE and the Club with Lucas. I'm swallowing butter down my throat. Now, is it better to have lost in love than to never have loved at all? What do you guys think? Because someone in this room has never fallen in love. And someone at this mic might be falling in love. Oh my God. What do you think? Is it better to have lost in love than to never have loved at all? It's Shakespeare, actually.
It's good, eh? Is that symbolic?
Well, it's also a beautiful song by Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, right.
Well, I honestly think it's better to... Wait, what's worse or what's better?
Well, is it better to have lost in love than to never have loved at all?
Yeah.
I think it's better to. I had so
It's
many.
a,
on
it's
my-
a
He's gonna
deep one.
think.
It's a
Mo,
deep one.
what do you think?
I believe like I've been in love before. Couple of times definitely. I got my heart broken as well. But I think it's better that you realize that once you keep trying to be yourself and feel the energy all the time and just try to roam around the globe. And if you did not find it at the first time or the second time, book another trip and then for a hotspot with the singles only, and then definitely you might fall in love. Man.
But you also said something about hotspot. It's you want to make in those, whether it's the tours, whether it's the events, whether it's the travels, you want to make a connection.
Yes,
And so I think
100%.
in a world, and I made a joke when I peeped out, and both of you were on your phone. I said, "Hey, millennials," because I've noticed, and I'm a Zennial, so I'm right in the middle of this. And I've noticed that we do live that kind of life. The Gen Zers, they're in groups,
Yeah.
and they won't even look at their phone, at their friends, man. They're just,
Yeah.
that is weird. But at that time, connection is everything. So going back to the question that we said, you guys create connection.
Yes.
You have been in love. I feel like something is happening in my inner man. When you create these connections and you do these events and whatnot, what is the goal afterwards? Like, what do you want people to feel after the fact?
Like me and Dylan were having this conversation actually not too long ago.
Brilliant.
Like I believe what the people get out after the events or the trips is just a space that they know that there is someone over there just exactly like them trying to roam around and find someone else for them. And after the events, after the trip, what we really like, the majority of the people just keep connecting with each other, keep communicating, keep talking, keep meeting on other trip or in different, you know what I mean, their own personal trip. So I believe we definitely succeed to make that connection happen.
Hell yeah.
The part of love, it falls on them. However, we definitely facilitate it with every single aspect to make it work.
Well, I think, what is that? I'm not just the owner, I'm also a member. We have to use that with you, sir. We're going to find a way to make you fall in love, boy.
Yeah, he definitely needs that.
And come out with a Spanish flame, and his mom's like, oh, God.
Yeah, my
Did I
son
teach
does
science
now.
for this? Yes, exactly. Hell yeah. Well, wait a minute. What are some of the destinations that people should know about these travels before we jump into another song?
So at the moment, we already have Bali. It's sold out. We
yeah.
already got a split very soon as well. It's almost sold out. We are having Oktoberfest with collaboration with Stoke Travel. We're expecting around 8,000 members to be on the Oktoberfest singles only. And there is section for LGBTQ, a section for singles only, straight. And I would say it's going to be pure blast and fun. It's going to take a place in Munich. That we going to be the first weekend of October, I believe, from the 2nd till the 5th.
So it's happening.
Yes,
Brilliant.
and the good part of it, which is really fun, you arrive. This is party trip, and also based on connection as well, because it's a festival. You get unlimited breakfast, unlimited booze, a DJ lineup from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And the connection, the games, the fun, the partner that we have on board, we're really blessed to have this opportunity, 100%.
Honestly. And this is also through Stoke Travel as well.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It's our premium partner.
And that is also going to be on the first weekend of October. Now, en plan, como, you said 8,000 people?
We're expecting that, so yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be a
my
big one.
nerves.
It's gonna be a big one.
And how many people does the festival hold, do you know?
In the festival site itself, it's Oktoberfest. It takes like, I don't know, more than 1 million more. It's a big numbers over there.
I've never seen that for some reason.
Barcelona, bring it on.
Yeah. it's
Have
super fun.
you been to Oktoberfest before?
We were there
Yes.
last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you
Do you
definitely
drink?
should go.
I drink on occasion.
On
yeah,
occasion.
but for sure I was drinking on Oktoberfest. Because
Yes, super fun.
And you don't drink very much, do you?
Only if I'm given the right reason, I will give them the right
Yeah.
answer.
Wow, I cannot imagine a million that I can't imagine actually. I've had a Project X in my life party. Okay, so with that, there will definitely be connections going on.
100%. Emotionally, mentally, physically. I don't know what else. But yeah.
Why Barcelona?
the life of the party.
is
Again,
that.
I think people are coming here to, I think, have fun. And if we can facilitate, the ability for them to fall in love, then why not? Maybe that's why I'm here.
It's universal magic. Yeah.
But Barcelona
Beach
definitely have
Roma.
the magic. Definitely have the magic. Like it's
What
not
do you think
only.
it is? Is it the Mediterranean zone?
I really think it's just the people here, like genuinely have the mentality. I am living. You know what I mean? In a lot of places around Europe, some people just, hey, I want to do my job, and then I got my time on weekend. Here, genuinely, it's my day today. I gonna do what I need to do, and then I gonna go to the beach. I gonna walk around. I gonna talk to people. They really live. Like genuinely, they live around here. Like I lived in Poland for a while. I'm not gonna lie to you, life happened only around weekend and a lot of vodka included, but here
Child, you already know.
it's just different. The vibe, the people, I love it.
Well, it even says on his hat, Barcelona established 11 mother effing 53. Okay. So 900 years later, it certainly has, and where are the ports here? I mean, historically, and here comes the educator in me, but historically, it's been dragging the people for a while and enticing people from Oceania as well. Would you like to stay in this neck of the woods for a while anyway?
Thinking about it, it's
What does
bringing.
Jesus want you to do? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Hey,
kidding.
that's a good question. Answer that.
I think it's definitely bringing the youth, the youthful 20s back out of me. I would say.
Rock on. Did you feel, I mean, in the go, go, go world of content creation, certainly when you're coming from Oceania and the brother has followers, do you feel like there is a possibility for something different that could take off here in your youthful 20s now in BCN?
In what context?
In a little bit different than what you've been doing perhaps in Australia?
Potentially. I mean, I'm heading towards more of the motivational style content, and as well as the
Dating content as well. He does a lot of dating content at the moment, which is taking a huge like visibility in social media. Like his videos hits like what 10, 20 million more. He's so humble, but over the camera, he's just a beast, I would say.
Well, it's funny as hell too.
It is.
But when you said motivational, like meditational stuff, or men's focus, or like
perhaps. I mean, a lot of quotes, a lot of deep line quotes that
why?
impact people across the world, because a lot of people are either going through a breakup, they're lonely, and I think it hits them in a way where it cuts them deep, and then
Does that
Yeah.
hit? What about you? Does that hit? These things hit you as well?
they do.
good.
Specifically, when I'm editing them back, I'm like, oh, like I really when I'm editing something, I'm feeling it as I'm editing on the screen. Then I post it, and then
When's your birthday, man?
18th of November.
Okay. All right. Curious. Folks, we're going to do a really quick throwback and then come back with some information for you to use on how to get a hold of the boy. Now, some of these packages, like we've already said, have been sold out already, but there's a bunch of events and tours coming up as well. And the throwback, what is today? There's a little outfit out of England called Be First, and they've done a remix with Lady J, Janet Jackson from Doesn't Really Matter, which I think was a song from an Eddie Murphy movie. I don't even want to think about that. They were not born yet. Now, this is Janet. Doesn't Really Matter. We'll be right back in 3 minutes. Remember, folks, rce.cat and 106.9 FM, and we'll be right back with Misters D and M from Hotspot Travels here, the Club of Lucas. Mexican shit. No, I'm kidding. No, we'll talk about country. But I know country.
Okay.
Like the back of my hand. Are you kidding? Where was I born? Now, Hotspot Travels. That was Janet Jackson throwback. Let's get back into the realms of now because, next week, in fact, is when the summer solstice drops and San Juan is going to get lit. There will be 1 million people on the beach here in Barceloneta. He's going to be down there. I'm going to be smoking weed in my house at the Coicerola. But this is where it really starts to pop off.
Yes.
Between now until October. And then, as we've already said, folks, so get a hold of Hotspot Travels and Stoke Travel as well for the information on the Oktoberfest because it's going to be lit AF! Exclamation point. But over the next few months as well, there's also going to be all of the presentations, the tours, the things as well. How can people get a hold of that information from you guys?
At the moment, everything is available on our website, our Instagram, our social media, and
Which is?
It's Hotspot Travel.
And Hotspot Travels __.
Yeah,
__. And as well, the website is?
hotspottravel.com.
But travel.com or travels?
Travels.
Yeah.
Travels.
With an S.
With an S. Okay,
Yes.
that's what I was saying.
I'm dyslexic. For a minute, I was just all right.
It's
I don't know what it is.
What is he just transed it out? He cut the S off, but we put it back. So hotspottravels.com and okay, because I said right before the song, well, some of the things have already been sold out. Are there other things that we can be looking forward to the future in reference to travels that are not sold out yet? And
We are
where?
having another trip after October Festival, which is one for Brazil as well. And this one, we're going to announce it actually in a couple of weeks. This is going to be a good one. We're hitting around maybe New Year's Eve time. And we're
Oh,
expecting...
when it's so cold over there.
Yeah, but it's the
but-
hot time for Brazil.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay,
very
totally
high
kidding.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see how it's gonna be. We definitely expect it to sell out after announce it, maybe like 1 week or something. And after that, we have a full plan for the next year. We're gonna be focused to have a trip each and every month in combination between Asia, Africa as well. We have some locations.
Are there couples? Do you do couples trips?
Very, very soon. We're gonna start focusing on couples and wellness as well, meditation, and it's gonna be wild. We're thinking of Turkey and Egypt, right in the Red Sea. That's gonna be fun.
Speaking about fall in love, if you are single and you meet someone on one of our singles trips, then we're going to have something for you when you're together. So,
I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
That is a lovely idea. That's a brilliant idea, actually. All right. I'm going to ask a different question.
Yeah, please.
Moo, are you in love right now?
Emotionally at the moment,
Okay.
I believe that I'm in love with the craft that I'm doing. I'm too busy to be involved with romantic love, I would say. But I definitely have a great friendship that I'm surrounding myself around. I have a great people that I work with.
How important is that in general?
It's really helpful. It holds you to a certain standard, make you even
Child,
do better.
okay.
And honestly, you once that love gonna happen with that future person, you're gonna be having a great standard, and you are gonna be accountable for what you say and what you do. And this is one of the problems with the dating and all of the relationships right now, which is people cannot commit to what they are saying, either mentally, emotionally, or physically. And
and it's not just men not being accountable.
100%. That's
It's
yeah.
not. I
Thank
just
you.
saw something wiggity whack. I'm going to say it. I don't give a shit.
Please do.
It's my
Please do.
show, damn it. I was coming over here. I was a bit way late because I missed the train. Fun. And there was a couple sitting next to me, and I was jamming on my jazz. And the guy was sitting with his, like this.
Yeah.
And the woman reached over and fixed his sock line around
That's cute.
his shoe, like that. Now, in the past, non-therapeutically serviced Lucas would have thought, "Oh wow, okay," and then this part thought, "Ooh, control,
I'm interested for your point of view now.
control, wow." And then when they got up, I saw why. But no,
All right.
I'm kidding, being an asshole now. But it's not just the men that have to do the accountability. We all have to do that.
Yeah.
In the connection factor, do you find yourselves when you're doing your business work, do you hold yourself to an accountability standard?
Yeah, in every single inch, I would say 100%. Like the pact that we do have together, we have another 3 people in the team of Hotspot of the founders. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wake up every day. I know for a fact I can hold accountable for the shit I didn't do or the shit that I should do, and that just make you thrive in every single direction, regardless that countless argument about which idea could work. We just have one focus to get better and do better. And at the end of the day, I like the result.
Amen. And answer Lucas when he texts you with
I'll do
YouTube
that.
videos for meditation and
I'll
shit.
do that.
No, dude, because we work like hoes. Some people we're hustlers and we're businessmen.
That is very true.
And sometimes we have to remember to meditate and to put ourselves first.
Yes, I agree.
Especially when you have kids. Yes, dogs and cats are kids. There are more of them now in Spain than children.
Oh yeah, I see that everywhere actually.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I love
another
it.
market. Parlem. Now, is
Singles
there-
only dog trip.
Yeah, why not? Bring your pet.
we have dog planes now specifically for that.
That's
Child, we
impressive.
will talk. We will talk. Now, is there anything else we can throw out before we jump into our final song and say bye?
I would say just one and only thing.
Yes, sir.
If you're genuinely looking for something to do and find people like-minded, trying to find their own goal in life, which is having a real connection, all what you need to do is just check us on hotspot.com. We'll give you all of the information that you need. However, please reach out for us before the trip being announced because it sells out very, very fast.
I was going to
And
say.
that's what I'm going to say. Yeah.
Within days. So what you should also do is be following them consistently on the Instagram and .com. All right. Remember, that's Hotspot Travels with the S.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. D, Sir M, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, sir.
We will be informing you more. I would love to have you guys more on the future, especially when the trips are going to be kicking off
Absolutely.
in October.
Absolutely.
Fast.
We actually can make a call while we're in Oktoberfest, or maybe you can be with us.
This is part of the thing, and then we also talk. I just want to also make a mad shout out and thank you for also bespoking things for the LGBTQIA plus community. I said them all, man. One day it's going to be ABCD. Folks, we're going to leave you now with the queen of flamenco rock fusion. In fact, one of the only Americanas de rockeras that has made her name here in Spain. She's going to be all over RTVE, actually, all over España television for the next weeks. This is Tori Sparks, and her Cabinet of Curiosities just dropped, Volume 3. It's got some trippy, hoppy tones in here. Thank you guys for being here. Sorry for the introduction at the beginning, but power to the people. I will see you at the flip side next week. Bye, everybody.
It'll be over any second now, so just hold on tight. You played your part, take a bow. Don't you feel alright? They keep asking with their eyes, why not step out of the cold pale light? Disconnect the circuits and just be alright. Seems like there's always so much pressure just to be alright. Yeah. Anyone who goes their own way, the way you do, girl, must have a wise cross. A sharp square peg in a sweet round world. There's always so much pressure to run with the herd, to where you're happy on the outside, no matter how much it hurts. To where you're happy on the outside, no matter how much it hurts. Yeah.